This next segment will focus on how you can find articles in online databases. We'll be taking a look at a couple of sample databases to search and know that what you learn from these two sample databases can be applied to the other databases that we have on this list. The next portion will be taking a look at how you can make the most of Google Scholar. And then finally, we'll be learning what to do if you don't see the full text of the article on your computer screen. The first thing we're going to take a look at is a couple of sample searches in the first two databases, ABI Inform and Academic Search Premier. It's important to realize at this step that what we are searching are articles that once appeared in print journals and not free internet resources. So to click on the name of a database you want to search, we click on the name and it opens up in a separate window, and you want to go into advanced search. And our search here is going to be, we're going to look at financial planning and estates. So in the first box we type in financial planning, and because it's two words we want to put quotes around it, and then we type in the word estates. So all the articles we come up with should have something to do with both financial planning and estates, and I'm going to click the search button here. We have our list of results here, and as you can see we have a lot of results. We have the results here 4,592. There are various ways that you can make the results list a lot smaller. One thing you can do is, if you notice along the top here, we have scholarly journals, magazines, trade publications, newspapers, and other types of document types. So if you only wanted to see scholarly journals that are written about financial planning and estates, you can click on scholarly journals and you're down to 278. So what you can do is, once you get a list of results, you can start evaluating. You can certainly take a look at the title of the article. So for example, we have here a sea change for gift and estate planning, and we can click on the title of the article to get more information. And you see here we have an abstract, which is a summary of the article. So you can read this to see if this is something that you want to include in a talk or a paper, or if it's useful for your research purposes. If we go down, you can see that the entire full text is laid out here, and it looks like a website. And over here on the right, we actually get a PDF full text of the document. So it's a literal digital snapshot of the document as it appeared in print. And you can see that it comes from the Journal of Accountancy. It's going to be coming out in July 2011, and it's the entire text of the article. If we go back, you can see some of the documents where they talk about this. It's about certified public accountants, gift taxes, and estate taxes. You can see who wrote it, and you can click on some of these to find more documents like this. If we go back to our search results, you can see we have things on divorce settlement issues, and here's something on financial planning research, articles that practitioners can use. If we click on that link, you'll see that we get a summary of the article, and we get various subjects about the article, and the subjects just tell you what the article is about. It's a word or a phrase that describes that article. However, we don't see any of the full text here. The digital copy of the article is not attached. What you can do in a situation like this is look for that article link or icon you see listed in the guide. It's the last part of the guide that talks about finding articles in journals. You can click on the link Search for Article, and the computer will tell you if an electronic copy is available somewhere else. And often there is an electronic copy available in another database, because the UA Libraries literally buys hundreds of databases for students, faculty to use. And we see it's going to be contained in Business Source Premier. So if we click on the article link here, we get yet another window, and we get the PDF of the entire article here. I'll just close out of these windows here, and there's one more thing I would like to show you about how to use ABI Inform Complete. You'll notice here at the top they have suggested topics. If you see a topic that looks very close to what you're looking for, you might want to click on that to get another list of articles. And up here at the top we have here financial planning and estate planning. If we click on that, you'll see that we get a much smaller list, 650 documents, and those are things that are really going to talk about how financial planning and estate planning are interrelated. And you evaluate the articles the same way. We see for many of these there's full text available, all PDFs, so it's a very good tool to use. So that in a nutshell is how you can use the database ABI Inform to find articles for your research. The next database we're going to take a look at is Academic Search Premier. When we click on Academic Search Premier, we go automatically to the Advanced Search option. You'll notice that it looks a lot like the advanced search we saw with the previous database, ABI Inform, and we type in the words the same way. This time we're going to look for articles on consumers and insurance fraud. So in the first box we're going to type in consumers, and in the next box we want insurance fraud. And we want to put quotes around those words so that they appear together. So all the articles in our search results should have something to do with both consumers and insurance fraud. And when I click the search button, we have a list of 20 results. And we see the first link here. We can click on the title of the article and we get those subject terms to see if this is an article we want to use. And we see the abstract or the summary of the article that you can use to make a decision about that article. And over here you see they have linked full text, and when we click on that we get access to the entire article here in a PDF. So I'm going to just close out of this for now, and let's go back to the search results. And here's the result list. Now the next article, Economic Institutions, this is a study of consumer attitudes toward insurance fraud. We don't have any subject headings here, but the title looks very promising, and then we have the abstract. We don't have the full text of the article here, but again we have that article linker icon. If we click on that, we get that separate box. I'm just going to make the box bigger here, and you can see if we click on this link to article, we have access to that through the database Science Direct. So these are very useful resources for you to take advantage of. Let's take a look, insurance fraud on the internet, this last thing here. You'll notice on the right hand side here, you can print an article, you can email it to yourself, you can save it to a USB drive, and it also gives you information on citation tools. If I click on Cite here, it will specify all the methods that you can use to cite, including APA. If you choose to use this tool, and most databases have some type of tool like that, you'll need to check it against the appropriate style manual, but it really can be a helpful tool for you to use. So that in a nutshell is how you look for articles in databases. Many of these other databases are produced by the same database vendors, so they're searched in the exact same way. The next part we're going to focus on is how to use Google Scholar. Another tool you can use to help you find articles is Google Scholar. Google Scholar is not the same as Google. What Google Scholar is it works like the regular Google search engine, only the resources are scholarly. They appear in journals, and there are also white papers published by universities. So this time I'm going to look for articles about trends in consumer sciences. So I'm going to type in consumer sciences and trends, and I'm going to click the search button. It will open up in a separate window, and what you need to do is you need to see if there's a PDF available or something that says full text at Alabama. Now, Google Scholar does not have the evaluation tools that most databases have. You will not see those subject headings or descriptors that describe what the article is about, nor will you have a summary or an abstract of the article. So you're going to have to take a look at the article and do some very serious evaluation as to whether or not you will use it. But these are links to articles. So we see here challenges and opportunities for family and consumer sciences professionals in the new America. And there is supposed to be a full text of the article bought by the University of Alabama. So if we click on that, you'll see that yes, there is a link to the article, and we click here and get another window, and we see the brief abstract of the article, so you could make some decisions here as long as subjects over here on the right hand side, along with the full text of the article. So that's one way that you can use Google Scholar in your research. Another use for Google Scholar is to see if the UA libraries have a particular article. Let's take an example here. Let's say that you're interested in finding the article Critical Science, what it could offer all family and consumer sciences professional. Maybe you've seen that cited somewhere, or you've been told to find that in an assignment. What you can do is take the information about the article. So what I usually do in such an instance is highlight it and hit the copy option, and then I go back to Google Scholar, start off with a quote, hit paste, and end with a quote, and I'm going to have Google Scholar go out and look to see if the UA libraries have the full text of this article somewhere. So I'll hit the search button, and it opens up in a separate window, and you can see that the first result here is the article I'm looking for, and we get a lot of other related articles here as well. So all I have to do is click on full text at Alabama and go to the article here in the ProQuest Research Library, and there it is right there on my computer screen. So as you can see, Google Scholar can be a very handy tool either when you're looking for articles about a specific subject or you need to find a specific copy of something. Google Scholar doesn't work all the time, and you should definitely use it in conjunction with the databases that you see up here. Put together, these are two very powerful research tools. The last part of this page is just instructions on what to do if there is no full text. You should have seen examples of this at work when I searched ABI Inform and Academic Search Premier, but this is just a refresher in case you forget. This concludes the overview of the page Find Articles in Journals. If you need more help about this page or any other page in this guide, please contact me by email at pmorgan@ua.edu.